Hello there everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. So today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Super Cybertron Kingdom Commander class Rodimus Prime. Yeah baby. So let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this big figure. So let's get it on, man, let's go. But of course, before we take a look at the figure, it's always nice to take a look at the packaging, and this packaging is freaking big. So you do have a beautiful image there of Rodimus Prime himself in his robot mode and his vehicle mode. He's from the Transformers Kingdom Super Cybertron Trilogy toy line, Hasbro, Transformers logo, Generations Takara Tomy. His name is Rodimus Prime, Autobot logo, Super Cybertron Trilogy logo, and you got the Kingdom poster right there, which is beautiful, and got the obligatory product shots right here. It's a big, huge obligatory product shots. Got a robot mode, the car mode, and the combined Winnebago mode, and you can see what things that he can do, you know, with this set, and what things he includes in the set. Well, these are not just the accessories he includes. There's more that he includes. Got the Autobot logo, Rodimus Prime, and that is pretty much it for the packaging itself. And of course, in the packaging, he includes what? Oh, hey, I forgot what I'm saying here. Hold on for a minute. I'm trying to remember what I'm saying here. What am I supposed to say? Oh yeah, in the packaging, he includes the collector's card, and this is the collector's card that I've wanted ever since I got that Black Arachnia figure from Kingdom. I wanted this card like for so long, and I finally got it with Rodimus Prime. Here is the Black Arachnia collector's card. And focus camera, thank you. And yeah, beautiful card right here. Black Arachnia, got Predacon, and if you take out the sticker, you can see she becomes a Maximal. Is that a spoiler in the Kingdom show? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for the collector's card itself. And here is Rodimus Prime fully transformed into his Space Winnebago mode. It actually looks pretty freaking good. I do quite like this old mode for Rodimus Prime. Yes, the front looks like it's sticking out quite far, but well, I don't care. It still looks pretty freaking good. I do quite like this. Yeah, I'm definitely in love with this mold. Yeah, I'm definitely in love with this figure. Got the Autobot symbol on the front, right in there, and you got the flame detail right here as he's supposed to have. Got the yellow for the headlights right there. Got nice translucent blue plastic for the window. The windshield right here, and yeah, got a lot of sewer paint for the smokestacks right here, which is pretty freaking cool. You got an Autobot symbol on the top right here of the trailer. And got some yellow, got some orange, got some more orange and yellow paint, and a lot of red. a lot of red. He does have some nice rolling wheels, so he can definitely roll, which is really nice. Focus camera. But yeah. Now he does include a whole bunch of accessories right here. He includes his sword right here. He comes with his big gun right here. He comes with some more effects parts right here. That's a lot of effects parts. Now this is the same effects parts that came with Skylynx and Omega Supreme, just in blue this time. And some other accessories that he includes is in this this tray right here that you can actually slide out, and you reveal some black smokes, some black smoky effects parts right here, which I can take out. There we go. And you got this the light or darkest hour effects parts for the Matrix, which is pretty cool. Yes, he does include a Matrix, so I will get into that when we get into robot mode. But yeah, very nice, very nice. Now you can plug this in to the vehicle mode right here, so you can plug this to this section right here. Just plug it right there if I can. There we go. And there we have that. There we go. And there you go. You get some nice smoky effects right there for the smokestacks, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna put this off to the side right now. And now you can actually store these smoky black these black effects parts into the tray into the tray right here, and you can just plug this in. Got a notch right here, and this actually holds into place, which is really nice. And there we go, and just plug this in just like that, and there you have that stored right there. And this stores like via these two slots right here, but we need these we need this effect part later, you know, for holding the matrix of leadership. So I'm gonna put this off to the side and I'm gonna slide this back in. There we go. Slide this back in. Now you can plug these effects parts to the back right here, and just, you know, he can zoom off into space. Whoosh! There we go. You can zoom off into space, which is pretty freaking cool. Put this off to the side, or you can take this and just plug this onto top right there. I guess I don't know. Hey, it's a thing. It's a thing you can do. And the sword and the gun, there's a way to store this, but we'll get into that once we get into the car mode, because, you know, there's a specific way to store this. I mean, you can just plug this onto the top right here, and can flip out this little peg right there. So there we go, and just plug this onto the side right there. I mean, you have a lot you got more ports right here. You got this port right here, this port right here, port right here, there's a port right here, there's a port right here. He got a bunch of ports everywhere on the trailer, so you can just plug this in however you want, you know, for storage. So that is pretty freaking cool. So now you can do something with the trailer, so we're gonna slide off the car right here and put a hot rod / Rodimus off the side. And yeah, you can actually open this up. Hey, you wanna open it up? Open that up. There we go, and reveal this black gun right here, this black big mofo gun right here. And that is pretty freaking cool. I do quite like that. You're supposed to and you can actually open this up, open that up, and I do quite like this this piston work right here, which is pretty, that's actually a very nice attention to detail right here, the piston right there, which is really nice. And you can flip this down. You can see this clip is the same clip with the Optimus Prime's trailer, you know, the shield part. You can actually plug this to that clip there, or use your use Ironworks, or use Airwave. Anything that has the ramp clips right here, you can actually clip on to your other base formers as well, your Omega Supreme, your Scorponok, or even the Arc, I guess. So but yeah, pretty cool that this can open up, and you can actually, you know, flip this down all the way. Just flip this down all the way. There we go. Close that up, and can actually you can also open up this this panel right here, and actually store some things and stuff right in there if you want to. You can actually open that up at this as well. Open that up. Open that up. If this is on a spring-loaded hinge right here. It's on a spring-loaded hinge. There we go. I'm supposed to bring this down. There we go. Just bring this down all the way, and there we go. We have that. And you can actually take this and just angle this up like so. Open that up. Open that up. There we go. And I need to raise up the camera a little bit more so you can see the whole entire section right here. And as you can see, that is your battle station kind of mode for the trailer, which is pretty freaking cool. And once Rodimus is transformed, you can actually stand him right here holding these two handles right here. When that is really fun. That's really fun. And just gonna put this off to the side, and you can see there's a lot of ports right here in the trailer. Bunch of ports, like hundreds of ports, I guess. I'm not even exaggerating. Yeah, we got a lot of ports right here. You can plug in so many weapons into the trailer, and that is awesome. That's the playability that has. So let me close that up, because you can definitely fit a deluxe figure inside this trailer. So just close that up. Close that up. Close that up. That's it. So close, close, close. There we go. Sheesh. Anyway, so you can actually bring the ramp down. Bring the ramp down. There we go. And my camera will focus. There we go. So you can fit a full-on deluxe right in here. So for example, you can fit Kingdom Deluxe tracks right here. He fits in there comfortably. So that is pretty cool. So there we go. He fits in there comfortably. So just close that up, because we don't need. We just need to plug in the car back in. Just put the car back in, just like so. Hey, I closed the light. Anyway, let's put back the gun right here. This big mofo gun. Just bring this down. Just tap it in, bring that up. There we go, and just put this back in if I can. Now you can, per the instructions, you can plug this on top of the trailer, but I prefer to leave this inside the trailer. You know, you can actually store this inside the trailer, so that's what I would like to do. So anyway, just slide this in. There we go, fully, and now we can get down to some size comparisons. Here is Rodimus compared with the Kingdom Deluxe class tracks, with the Kingdom Leader class Ultra Magnus, with the Earthrise / Kingdom Deluxe class RC, with the Siege Voyager class Springer, with the Earthrise Leader class with the Earthrise / Kingdom Leader class Optimus Prime, with the Studio Series 86 Deluxes. We got Jazz, Cup, and Blur. You can see how they look together. And just because, here is Rodimus Prime compared with the Studio Series 86 Leader class Grimlock. And finally, here, not finally, because we got two more comparisons after this. Anyway, so here is Rodimus Prime compared with the other Hot Rod / Rodimuses from previous toy lines. We got Power to Primes, Rodimus Prime. We got Titans Return Hot Rod, Cyberverse Deluxe class Hot Rod, poor Cyberverse Hot Rod. And finally, we got Studio Series 86 Voyager class Hot Rod. You can see how they look together. And overall, though, these two are my favorites. These two figures are my favorite Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime figures, in my opinion. I think they are the best versions of Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime, in my opinion. So yeah, and of course, Commander class Rodimus Prime is the biggest out of the bunch, but yeah, these two figures are definitely my favorites out of these Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime figures. And finally, here we have Rodimus Prime compared with the Siege Commander class Jetfire and the Earthrise Commander class Skylings. And yeah, I mean, Commander class Rodimus Prime, he's not as big as these two figures, but he's still worth the Commander class price point. And I will get down into that as to why he's worth the price point in a little bit. So, but as of now, we are pretty much done with the ultimate comparison. Okay, so I think we are pretty much done with the Space Winnebago mode. So now we shall move on to the car mode. So to transform Rodimus back into his Hot Rod form, you want to slide out the car and put off the trailer, just like Optimus Prime. Make it disappear, and there you have the car itself right here. And it's a beefy looking car. It's quite beefy. Yeah, it's actually quite beefy, but it still looks pretty good. You know, I still quite like the vehicle mode, I mean the car mode right here. If my camera will focus, thank you, there we go. Got a big yellow spoiler with the orange paint, you know, coming down to the stripe pitch right here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you can see his feet are just hanging out back there. And his visible hands, and you can technically see his face is just right there. So but still, it's really nicely done. Now, to store the gun and the sword in this car mode, there's a way to do this. So the gun, you just take the gun and just fold it up, just like so. And there are two pegs right here, and it was just peg in to these two ports right in there. So just, hey, other side. Anyway, So anyway, just plugged in like that, like so. And for the sword, you have like 2 tabs and 2 tabs right here. You can just plug in the sword any way, any side right here. It doesn't, impede rolling any way, shape or form. Just plug this back in right there. Plug it under the car, and there you go. And you can still roll very nice and smooth like, which is pretty awesome. And I think my phone is about to die. So hold on. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that, because I had to put the phone to charge a little bit. But anyway, so I have returned. So yeah, so that's how you store the weapons on this car mode. So now I'm just gonna plug all the weapons up from the car, and we'll just compare this car mode to with one hot rod. And speaking of which, here is Rodimus compared with the Power to Primes hot rods. You can see how they scale with one another. And again, this car is definitely a bit bigger than this hot rod car. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the car comparisons. Okay, so we are pretty much done with the comparisons right here. The car comparisons and the Winnebago comparisons. So yeah, so let us transform Rodimus into his awesome looking robot mode. And the first thing you want to do is that you want to focus camera, focus. Thank you. You want to untab these panels right here and just bring them forward, just like so, and just untab this panel right here, bring it forward, just like so. And sometimes this panel wants to untab itself. I don't know why, but hey. Thank you. Anyway, so you want to untab this whole entire section. Hey, tab in. You tab in. You stay tabbed in. Anyway, so now you want to unpeg this windshield section right here, and there we go. So now you want to take the arms right here. You want to untab from the side. You can see there's a tab into a slot right in there, and just tab in, untab the arms just like so, and there we go. And now you want to rotate the waist 180, and you can take the wheels sections right here, just untab this, untab that, and flip down the feet like so. And you want to split the legs just like so, and just flip that out, flip this open if I can. Hey, there we go. And I think the fan is blocking the light. Let me turn off the fan for a bit here. So there we go. So now you can see what I am doing right here. So you want to take the legs and just unfold them just like so, and just push in the wheel just like so, and just push this in just like that, and make sure this is tabbed nice. This is tabbed in securely just like so, and there we have a leg all done and ready. The same thing on your side, just unfold this and just push in the wheel just like so. And now you want to flip all this in, flip all that in just like so, and this will just tab in just like that. And there you have both legs all done and ready. So now let me raise up the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing right there. Okay, make sure stay standing straight. There we go. Make sure the waist is straight. Okay, there we go. So now you take these little panels and just flip them in, and just bring this around and just rotate the head 180 just like so. So now for the arm sections right here, you want to bend, you want to bring this out first, and now you want to take this whole section right here and just rotate it 180 just like so. And there you have that done. So now you're going to take this section right here and just bring all this down, and there is a tab, we'll tab into a slot right in there. Make sure this is nice and tabbed in. There we go. And just bring this down, bring that down, and tab that in, and there we go. Bring the arms down, and now you want to take this entire section right here and just flip that into place and just click all that into place. It's gonna be hard to do. So there we go. Just make sure they all clip into place. There we go. And then this tab into a slot right in there. Just tab in just like so. And there we go. And just rotate the section 180. And this tab right here, we're going to tab into a slot right in there. So just make sure this is nice and tab in like. There we go. Tab that in. And there you have that done. So now we can work on the arms. You can just whoa, and I knocked the camera up to the side. So sorry about that. Let me take off the charger for a bit. There we go. There we go. Now that is much better. So okay, all right, let me make sure the camera is straight. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no, there we go. But anyway, what we're trying to do here is work on the arms. Just flip open this panel just like so. Just rotate this around just like so. Actually, first you want to extend the arm a little bit. There we go. And just bend this over. Just rotate it off to the side. And there's a tab in the slots. Make sure just flip this over to the side and just tab that in. There we go. And this section right here, the wheel section, you want to flip this open and just compress that in, and this will tab in just like so. It can be hard to tab in. There we go. And there you have one arm all done and ready. So yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So now just flip this open, extend the arm a little bit. There we go. And just rotate this around. Just flip this down, rotate it around, and just make sure wrap this around until it tabs into place just like so. And just open up the wheel and compress that in, and just tab in the wheel and slots. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we are done. Woo, we are done. So there you have Mr. Rodimus Prime fully transformed into his robots mode. And yeah, he looks excellent in my opinion. He looks so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this is the best looking Rodimus Prime that I have owned so far. I mean, this is literally the best mainline G1 Rodimus that we have ever gotten, and he looks awesome. So let's get in close here so you can take a look at the gorgeous looking head sculpt, and you can see that Hot Rod has become a Prime himself, because he's his face has become an old man, so he has become an adult. So yeah, he's fully grown into a Prime, and he's definitely worthy of the Prime rank. So yeah, very nicely done figure in my opinion. It looks amazing, and very clean transformation. The transformation is very intuitive, but overall though, it's still an enjoyable transformation. It's smooth, and yeah, the process is definitely very smooth, and yeah, very cool. Now, a lot of us have speculated that this figure was a heavy retool of the SS86 Hot Rod, but no, this is totally a brand new mold. So it is not, it doesn't share any parts from SS86 Hot Rod, unfortunately. But yeah, it's still a really cool looking Rodimus Prime in my opinion. Now, the most important feature of a Prime right here is the best feature of all time, because this Rodimus, unlike SS86 Hot Rod, this Rodimus Prime, he actually has a matrix chamber, and that makes me so happy. This matrix chamber is just way better. It's way better organized than the Power to Primes version. Power to Primes version was not good at all. This one is the best matrix chamber. It's wow. This wow, and the matrix is definitely removable. And there you go. That is so freaking cool. You got the jewel inside right there. You can see it, shine the light on it. It actually glows in a nice blue, nice silver, nice gold, and yeah, very nicely done. And you can actually plug this effects parts on the matrix and have that going on, you know, and have him hold the matrix into his fingers, and light our darkest hour, and that is pretty freaking cool, and I do quite like that very much. So yeah, he does have his own matrix of leadership, and it's the same matrix like Earthrise Optimus Prime's matrix, and you know, and SS86 Autobots matrix. It's basically the same matrix with all these figures that come with matrices, including Galvatron. But yeah, very well done in my opinion. So now, articulation wise, in this robot mode, the head is on a ball joint. It can rotate a full 360, and the neck is on the joint too, so he can do that if he wants to. He can look up a little bit, can look down only a little bit, and I think I need to put in the charger again. So hold on, guys. I need to put in the charger first. There we go. So now, and the charger is pulling the camera. I don't know why this is happening, but yeah, don't know why the charger is pulling the camera. I don't know why. Anyway, so but yeah, it's a anyway. Now, let's continue on with the articulation. Anyway, the articulation on the arms. The arms can it can't really rotate a full 360 because, you know, the spoiler is getting in the way. Unfortunately, the arms can move in and out. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have a double jointed elbow, which is really nice. And now he does have a wrist rotation, which is like only a little bit of wrist rotation, and the hands can move inward. You know, which is nice. And the fingers, you know, they're on a hinge and they're on double hinges. You know, the finger, the index finger is on a separate hinge right here, and the other fingers are molded into place. And so yeah, he does have some nice articulated fingers, can open it and close, which is really cool. I did have a breakage on mine because this finger, it kind of broke off, but it's still intact, so I'm not gonna try and move the finger too much. He does have a waist rotation, which is really nice. The legs can move up that far, can move back only that far, and he can pretty much he can't really do the full splits, unfortunately, but this head panel can actually move out to accommodate the leg movement. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have a double jointed knee, which is really nice, or 90 degrees of bend. Okay, and the feet can move up and down. They can move up like that, you know, and he does have a little bit of ankle tiltage right there. So he does have some good posability here and there, which is really nice. So now focus, camera, focus. I said focus, focus. Focus. Okay, thank you for focusing, camera. Oh my gosh. But anyway, yes, Rodimus can indeed hold his weapons, so you can take the gun and put it into his hand. There we go. And he does hold it very nice and secure like. There we go. Just hold that gun, will ya, Rodimus? And he can hold his sword just like so. Just slide it into his hand, close his fingers around it, and there you go, and he's holding his mighty sword, and that is so freaking cool, and I dig that. I dig that very much. I really dig that. Oh my gosh, now that is so freaking cool. That is so freaking cool. Now you can store the sword on the back, you know, you can actually use this port right here to store the sword, and it can, you know, just fold in the gun and just plug it into the port right in there. So that is pretty freaking cool. So now let us show you how Rodimus can man you know, the battle station for the trailer. And here is Rodimus manning the guns, you know, in the trailer, and you know, you can plug in the effects parts like onto the barrels like that, so you can actually, you know, shoot something, you know. Hey, it's a thing that you can do, and that is so freaking awesome. Okay, so now let us get down to some size comparisons. And here is Rodimus Prime compared with some of the 86 characters from the 1986 movie. We got Mr. Grimlock, we got Ultra Magnus, RC, Spring Ant, Jazz, Blur, Cobb, and of course Little Wheelie, which will be replaced with the DNA Design Kit Wheelie that is actually transformable. So I'm gonna get that kit and replace this Wheelie with that Wheelie. So but yeah, can't wait to get Retgar and Slug. So yeah, I'm getting more 86 characters in this shot. So yay! So anyway, let's move on. Here is Rodimus Prime compared with the Kingdom Deluxe class tracks with the Earthrise / Kingdom Leader class Optimus Prime, and as you can see, Rodimus Prime is kind of about the same size as Optimus Prime. This one doesn't want to stay, but I think he's a little bit shorter at the head, you know, a little bit shorter than Optimus Prime, as he should be, obviously, because Optimus Prime should be taller than Rodimus Prime. But they do look quite good together, two Primes. But yeah, very well done, and yeah, pretty cool. So let's move on to the Hot Rods and Rodimus's comparisons. First off, here we have Rodimus Prime compared with Power to Prime's Hot Rod, and yeah, obviously this one looks so much better than this thing. I have no idea what that is, but anyway, let's move on. And here we have Rodimus Prime compared with the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, Cyberverse Deluxe Class Hot Rod, poor Cyberverse Hot Rod, and with the Titans Return Hot Rod, and lastly with the Power to Prime's Leader Class Rodimus Prime. And yeah, overall though, these two figures are the winners of the Hot Rod / Rodimus Primes. I mean, these two are just basically the best figures that we have ever gotten for Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime, and yeah, they're just really well done, very screen accurate, clean transformations. These three, I mean, they're fun to mess with, but they're not the best Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime figures that we've ever gotten. I mean, he's good, but he definitely needed more paint here and there. But anyway, let's move on to the final two comparisons for today. And last but not least, here is Rodimus Prime compared with the other two Commander class figures in their robots modes, I guess. Jetfire and Autobot Skylings. And yeah, of course, Rodimus Prime is way smaller than Commander class Jetfire and Skylings, but he's still worth it. You know, he's definitely worth it, because the trailer, you know, the trailer screams Commander class. I mean, here's the trailer. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's definitely a big trailer, and you know, the amount of accessories, the amount of effects parts that it comes with. So yeah, definitely Rodimus Prime is worth the Commander class price point in my opinion. So that is pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Super Cybertron Kingdom Commander class Rodimus Prime. And as far as this figure goes, I absolutely love it. The robot mode looks great. The vehicle mode looks great. I mean, the car mode looks great anyway. And the Space Winnebago mode is awesome. You know, with the trailer combined with the car mode, it's just, it just looks awesome. The trailer itself screams Commander class to me anyway, because it's huge and there's a lot of playability you can do with this figure. It has the Matrix of Leadership, he has his own Matrix chamber, and that is awesome. The sword is magnificent, the gun is amazing, you know, the amount of effects parts that it comes with, and it's just, I'm lost for words. You know, it's the transformation is definitely intuitive, but hey, the whole transformation process is smooth, it's enjoyable. So I didn't have any problems with the transformation. It's smooth and enjoyable. It's easy to do. You know, the steps, I mean, there's a lot of steps, yes, but it's definitely very easy to do. So no complaints there. The articulation, pretty much perfect everywhere. So I have no complaints there. The paint, I have no complaints there. So yeah, overall though, this guy gets a, I have never done this before in my life. I have never done this ranking before. This guy gets a 100 out of 10. I'm not even exaggerating. This guy gets a 100 out of 10. Like beyond perfect. He's just the best mainline G1 Rodimus Prime figure that I've ever gotten. Just wow, it just wows me. Just definitely, it wows me with the amount of playability it has. It's just, oh, it's just so fun to mess with. It's so enjoyable. So yeah, I absolutely love this thing. So yeah, alright, that's pretty much it, and I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will know when my new videos are up and ready. And you can always check out my Kingdom Reviews playlist for any videos you may have missed, so I'll post a link to that playlist in the description down below. And yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Commander class Rodimus Prime, and this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out! Yay!